Alright, welcome everyone to the 7th Formula 1 Grand Prix review. Now, we're doing this for the French Grand Prix, and who would have thought that this Grand Prix was actually going to be entertaining? I was so pleasantly surprised that we actually got a good race at Paul Ricard. And yeah, so like usual, on a Monday, on the stream, and on a YouTube video, we are doing a review of it. That includes all my watch-along reactions from the race, from the live stream, checking out a bunch of videos and discussing it all, then a Reddit recap, and then checking out F1 Fantasy and F1 Play. So yeah, let's get into it and start it off with the live watch-along reactions. Oh,
he's gone into the barriers.
Yuki is stopped on the side of the track. Oh no, that's not good. Thank God I didn't put him in my team. Oh, we just completely lost the car and in the wall. Wow. And he can't start the car. Yuki, another poor qualifying. Oh, yellow flag. Who's this for? Mick Schumacher's in the wall, but he's made Q2. Congratulations, my guy. Congratulations. He made Q2 by bidding in a wall. Bottas, where's he gonna go? In front of Perez just. Where's Hamilton? Hamilton P2, 3/10 off of Max. Wow. We're off. Nothing crazy happened yet. Oh, Max has missed it. Lewis has taken the lead. Fuck. That's going to make an interesting race, though. Ricciardo gets past. Oh, he scraped the curb there. Alpine's definitely not doing as good as I thought they would this weekend. Ocon's way down. Alonso's losing here.
Norris is going to go down the inside.
Squeezing past there. Now we can see Norris and Danny Rick fight it out. This will be interesting. Ricciardo has just undercut Sainz and Gasly. Wait, and Leclerc undercut all of them. Leclerc just undercut Ricciardo, Sainz, and Gasly. Ricciardo just undercut Sainz and Gasly. Wow, that completely just flipped. Gasly's not going to be happy with that. So we got Max pitting now, realizing how strong the undercut is to undercut Hamilton. This could be good. Ferrari's stinking today? What do you mean? Leclerc just undercut 3 people. Leclerc's in realistic 5th right now. Alright, here we go. How's this undercut gonna look? Bottas caught Verstappen from that. Will Verstappen catch Lewis? They're definitely gonna catch him, but will he get past?
Is he ahead of Max Verstappen? No.
Let's go! Alright, sweet. That undercut is mad, dog. This is exactly what I was saying before the race started with the Grand Prix. We're gonna have a championship fight at the front, which we got, and we're gonna have a midfield fight, kind of like 2019. This is so sick, dude. The fact we're having a good French Grand Prix. Oh, Sainz getting past Leclerc. Oh, that was easy. Here we go. Lando on Gasly. And he gets it done. But can Gasly get the switchback? Nope. Great stuff. Oh, Verstappen. They're going for it. Okay. Well, they're going for the undercut. Does Merc pit or does Merc go long? Is Red Bull going to do a Hungary and Spain back to them? And Norris gets past Ricciardo. Wow, he's having a good race coming back from where he was. He's in P5 technically right now. Vettel and Stroll haven't pitted yet. This is great. I haven't gone piss yet. I haven't gone piss. This race is good.
He gains on the Mercedes.
Oh, he's going to do a switchback though.
Can't get past the
oh my God, Bottas, good work. Good work, Bottas. You're so good. He's passed. He's passed. Oh no, he's still inside. Great work, Bottas. Great work, Bottas. Switchback from Max. Bottas bidding it, going wide. I mean, to be fair, his tires are shot. That's a good sign for Max though. If Max gets close to fight Lewis, those tires are gone. All right, that's what Max needed. I can't believe he got past there. 5 seconds, 9 laps. This is going to be tight. Half a tenth a lap. I'm kind of losing hope right now. Perez just caught 5/10. I'm getting chills. This is looking good. Why didn't they pit one of them? If Hamilton didn't want to pit, why didn't they pit Bottas? Why not? They literally had a Merc sandwich. Merc was prying on Red Bull and they didn't pit him. Why? Come on, Max. Come on. I just want to fight. I just want the fight. I don't care who wins. I just want the fight. Sainz just got overtaken by Stroll. Both Ferraris out of the points. Perez is on the podium. Let's go. Great drive from Perez. Overcutting, managing those tires again. He's so good at doing that. He's so good. And Bottas has gone wide. He's pissed. He's got to pit for fastest lap. Max 2.4. Oh no, this is giving me anxiety. Look at it. They're so close. Go, Max, go. I just want to see the fight. All right, lap 51. 3 laps to go. This is better than Spain. They're so close. Yo, Russell 12th. Yo, where did that come from? Ocon and Leclerc fucking shitting their pants right now. He's not going to be able to do it here. I don't care about the fucking trees. Show me the onboard. He's catching. He's going to go for it. He's done it. Yes, let's go. They learned their lesson from Spain and Hungary. Let's go. Good work, Red Bull. Well done, Max. Well done, Red Bull. I just got chills. Beautiful. Fuck, this season is so good. Wow. Who would have thought right now we would be so excited about a French Grand Prix? That was such a good Grand Prix. There wasn't a point in time where I was bored. That was really entertaining. Wow. What a race for Paul Ricard, dude. Holy shit. Let's get some claps in chat for Max. Lewis Hamilton, great drive as well. I mean, unlucky with the strategy, but he drove that the wheels off that car. Perez, wow. Managing those tires so well. It was entertaining because of the strategy, because of the battles, because of the championship fight. There wasn't much like battling, but the overtakes were great. Ferrari shut the bed like I expected, but as a Leclerc fan, that hurts me, but thank God I chucked Ferrari out of my team. But Ocon shut the bed as well. Fuck, if I had it... My team would have been so good if I kept Gasly instead of Ocon. But yeah, man, what a Grand Prix. Like I said, pleasantly surprised. Championship fight, great midfield battle. So many talking points, so many overtakes. Great strategy. The two-stop really made the Grand Prix interesting. Loved it. Loved it. But yeah, let's get into the first video and check out the race highlights and discuss some things. Max making that small mistake, whether it was cold tires, wind, a mistake, who knows. But at this point, I thought we were going to be on for a cracking Grand Prix because I thought Red Bull had the better car. But as the stint went on, we just found that the Red Bull... I don't know, just kept dropping back and back from the Mercedes. I felt like, I don't know. I feel like Red Bull had the more balanced car, but I think Merc had the better car overall. I don't know. It's weird. It was weird. I don't know how Max dropped off of Lewis so much on that first stint. Then Ricciardo started to plow through the field from the back. And then Lando got that little squeeze on the inside, following his teammate the whole race until getting past him at the end. So then everyone started to kind of switch their strategies over to a two-stop. And McLaren actually had a good pit stop here. 2.3, I think it was. Yeah. So Leclerc undercut Sainz, Gasly, and Ricciardo. That was mad. Good yet terrible strategy from Ferrari in the end. Good to undercut, and then terrible just whatever they did afterwards. Great work from Red Bull. I mean, they've killed it with the strategy the last 3 Grand Prix. I mean, yeah, Monaco, they did that amazing strategy with Perez to undercut those guys. Then at Azerbaijan, they pounced really well in the pit lane to get in front of Lewis, both with Perez and Max. And then this weekend, I mean, they saved Max after his mistake in the first corner, undercutting Lewis there. And then, as we see later on, the two-stopper working out fantastic. Great work from whoever's doing the strategy at Red Bull right now. Yeah, so Gasly overtaking going so wide. Banter after the Grand Prix was good between those two on the Sky Sports broadcast. Yeah, so keep in mind, Norris starting the race in 8th, dropping all the way back to 12th, and then finishing in 6th. My lord. Finishing in 5th. Coming in the Grand Prix, I assumed Ferrari and Aston Martin weren't going to have a good weekend. Then as practice went on, it was like, oh, maybe not. And then qualifying was like, oh, maybe not. And then they were like, yes, our race pace is so strong. And I was like, okay, show it to us then. And then Ferrari were terrible, like I expected, at the start of the weekend. So I don't know what changed between practice and quality to the race, but they were so bad in comparison to that. And then Aston Martin were kind of the opposite. Like, they looked bad the entire fucking weekend, and then the race, they both came home with points. So I don't know. I don't know if it was strategy, race pace, or what, but yeah. At this point, I'm thinking, all right, does Mercedes risk it? They've done the strategy, this exact same strategy where they pit and then they chase a Red Bull at the end of the Grand Prix. They've done it at Hungary 2019. They did it at Spain a few races back, and now they wanted to play the opposite game. They wanted to stay out, and obviously didn't work out in the end. You know, they took the risk. It didn't work. Cool, fair enough. They didn't want to pit after Verstappen because it would have been too much of an undercut. Fair enough. But you've got Lewis Hamilton here. You got Bottas here in fighting range, and they don't pit either of them. Absolutely no sense at all. Why wouldn't you do a split strategy when you got 2 Mercedes at the front? Especially, as we'll see in a minute, especially when you've got Bottas saying that he wants to do a two-stop. So you've got a driver saying he wants to do a two-stop. You got 2 of the cars at the front on the same strategy. You've got your opponents doing a different strategy. Why not split the strategy? Put Bottas on a different strategy. Literally, it was to sacrifice Bottas. That's it. Mercedes beautiful shot through the trees. Max got a little bit stuck in traffic. Bottas, rough tires, goes wide. Max hits an easy overtake, losing barely any time. In hindsight, that mistake from Bottas cost that win for Mercedes because Max breezed past Bottas because of that. If Bottas could have held him up for maybe 1 more lap, right? Verstappen got Hamilton with 2 laps to go. It might have had to have been a last lap overtake from Verstappen. Maybe Hamilton defends there, gets aggressive, who knows? Obviously, Bottas' tires were completely shot. But, yeah, pretty poor mistake from Bottas that just let Verstappen go through very easily and gave even more of a chance to Red Bull to catch that Mercedes at the front. Like, Max literally lost no time from this. And got the DRS. He got the DRS and lost no time from it.
No one listen to me when I say this is going to be a two-stopper.
Hamilton to
Yeah,
Verstappen,
sacrificial
2
lamb.
points to the
And then
chicane.
Perez
We
getting
saw
mugged
Bottas
off. And then
from
what I don't get is Perez gets past and they don't pit Bottas for fastest lap. That's 1 point for Verstappen. There's literally a 60-second gap to Norris. They don't pit Bottas for fastest lap. Why? So we're going to get a pen for Perez. Oh, for that. For that. Is that what they're getting the pen for? Oh, I didn't even notice that. That's what everyone's talking about. Okay, Merc, chill out. It's literally on a straight. Your tires are fucking shot. Shut up. Hamilton didn't defend as aggressively as I thought, and then he gets fast. Right in front of the crowd. Lovely stuff. Who would have known what would have happened if Bottas held him up? Lewis had a really, really good race. Yeah, not much he could have really done. They played that one-stop game, and it didn't work out, just like we've seen with Red Bull in the past. True. Very good comment from Crofty and Christian Horner. If Red Bull were able to beat Merc at Monaco, Azerbaijan, and France, 3 very different tracks, a street circuit in Baku that is a lot of straights, a lot of tight corners. Monaco, a street circuit, very, very tight, high downforce, and then an actual track with a lot of straights. 3 completely different tracks, and Red Bull won all 3 of them. So yeah, Red Bull are definitely favorites now to win the championship. If Red Bull don't win the championship, it would be something would have to go wrong, I think. Quite badly wrong, but the championship fight's still 100% on. We don't know going into next week. I mean, well, with it being Austria, Red Bull was really, really good track. I think Red Bull are going to win the next 2 Grand Prix. But going into the rest of the season, who knows? You know, each race, Merc will maybe put some more money toward developing their car a little bit more. Who knows? Who knows? All right, let's do our little rundown of the finishing places. So, Max Verstappen, fantastic drive. Apart from that little mistake at the start, Max had a fantastic drive. I mean, you know, he did exactly what he needed to with the perfect Red Bull strategy to undercut Lewis, get back in front, then Red Bull with a perfectly timed strategy, and then he just, you know, he killed it on that 2-stop, getting through the field, getting through the traffic, getting past Bottas easily, and then making the move on Lewis. Yeah, great drive from Max. Lewis again as well, great drive. He didn't really do anything wrong that Grand Prix, I don't think. He managed the tires really, really well as well, and then pulling that gap on Max on that first stint was really, really good. But yeah, just ultimately lost the strategy like we've seen Red Bull lose a few times in the past. Perez, great drive. Wow, I mean, he was 10 seconds down on Bottas on that first stint. I was like, fucking hell, Perez. Like, you know, great, you know, good that he is only 10 seconds and not fucking 30. But yeah, we needed that Red Bull driver to be in the mix, and he came in clutch at the end with those much fresher hard tires and just owned Bottas in the end. And look at that. Bottas fell out of the 5-second range anyway, so not pitting was a fucking waste of time even if you got a 5-second pen. Bottas, I mean, he had an alright race, I guess. I mean, he kept in the mix, which was good with Max and Lewis at that point, but yeah, team not listening to his strategy. He wasn't really in a spot to fight Lewis at all, really, at any point. Yeah, just typical Bottas getting cucked. Bottas not doing anything great. So Lando Norris, my driver of the day. Reason being, he started 8th, he dropped all the way back to 12th, and then finished in 5th. Fantastic drive, getting past his teammate, Gasly, the Ferraris, Alpine, and I think he was fighting Ocon at the start as well. So that was my driver of the day. Ricciardo, finally a good race from him. I see a lot of people being like, he's back, baby, and it's been one race, guys. It's been one race. Let's not get too confident, but it looks like he could be back. Let's put it that way. Very happy with Ricciardo, who you could tell he's getting into it on the radio. Gasly, in the post-race interview, in the post-race show, you could hear he was pretty happy with that result. He knew that there wasn't much more he could have done. Like, they lost to 2 McLarens, 2 Mercedes, and 2 Red Bulls, and he's going to take a 7th place at any day of the week. I guess he was just a bit disappointed that how close he was to Ricciardo in the end. Alonso, I'm a bit disappointed in the Alpines, I'm not going to lie. I think this could have been a really, really good Grand Prix for them, beating the Ferraris, which they did, but also beating the AlphaTauri and maybe fighting McLaren. But yeah, they just didn't look as good as I expected. I mean, good job Alonso getting 8th place. He did really, really well, but the Alpine just did not look good. Aston Martin, I was talking about them earlier. Great result from both of them, getting points. Ferrari, Sainz, Leclerc. I don't know what the Ferrari was. I mean, I expected it to be bad. I didn't expect it to be that bad considering where they started the race. I expected them to be bad in quali and then bad in the race. They were good in quali and then shit in the race. I don't know what happened. Shout out Russell, P12. I mean, that's got to be one of his best results in Formula 1 considering there was 20 cars left and he got 12th in a Williams. That's nuts. Beating a Ferrari, beating an AlphaTauri, beating an Alpine. That's insane. Tsunoda, bit disappointing again. His teammate up in 7th fighting McLaren's while Tsunoda's at the back. He did have to start from the pit lane, so he was quite far back down, and he did work his way up a little bit, but nothing too crazy for the car he had. Considering Norris could do it, I thought Tsunoda would be able to do a bit better. Ocon, very, very disappointing race for me. I don't know. He just completely fucking shat the bed. Giovinazzi, pretty good result, I guess. I mean, he lost out to a Williams, which sucks, but, you know, getting in front of a Ferrari, beating his teammate, beating the other Williams and the two Haases, so good job to Giovinazzi. They did an extra pit stop for Leclerc. I don't know why, but that Ferrari was awful. Leclerc's race pace was awful. He had a very, very terrible weekend. Probably one of the worst Leclerc weekends I can think of in a very, very long time. And then, yeah, not much to really say about the other guys, except for Mick Schumacher getting pushed off the track by Mazepin in those first few laps, and then climbing his way back to get in front of Mazepin and finish 10 seconds in front of Mazepin was pretty nuts. I think Merc is realizing they're under pressure, and they're not good under pressure. They're not good at following other cars. Actually, I take that back. Lewis is doing a fantastic job this weekend, and Baku following that Red Bull so close, lap after lap. He's fucking killing it. Lewis is so good right now, apart from his one mistake at Baku and his mistake at Imola, but ignore those. And then he had a terrible weekend at Monaco, but he's doing so well still.
Really nice. Good job, team. Amazing.
Man's balls hasn't even dropped it. He's winning a championship right now. This is just another case of teams and engineers not listening to their drivers. Like, I get these guys are paid and, you know, have all that information and stuff at their fingertips, but like, sometimes these guys just need to listen to their drivers for a minute. I love listening to Zach Brown.
P6.
Let's go! Yep. Gasly's had 3 Grand Prix now where he's had a good result. Like, I mean, especially Baku, really, really good result. But he could have done better, you know what I mean? Like, he could have finished in front of Vettel at Baku. He arguably should have as well because of the car being better. Monaco, you know, it was still a good result, but he should have finished in front of those guys in front of him. And then same again this week. Like, I think 7th is great, but like, he's just annoyed he didn't get Ricciardo. Like, it's weird. It must be so bittersweet. Rain would have been fun, but we got a sick Grand Prix without it. And I mean, now we know that Paul Ricard isn't actually that bad. So 2 shit Grand Prix there. Just need the cars to be good. Yeah, F3 was great at Paul Ricard as well. Yuki's a rookie, I know, but he needs to start picking up his game.
Underlyingly, they were just much quicker than us this weekend. We're losing 3.5 tenths just in a straight line. So
why does he look so different? Is he like shaved his beard or something? I just thought he looked different. Like, I swear there's something. He's missing something. Missing points. True. Mars! Yo, you're right, dude. You're right. Oh my god. I'm like, what is different about him? I've never seen Yuki without a mask. That is why. Oh my lord. It's time to get into a Reddit recap now. All the videos are done. So like we usually do, top of the week, and we'll go down from the top all the way down to the 2.5k upvotes range. Clear language from the Formula 1 drivers in France. They boycotted a meeting with tyre supplier Pirelli this afternoon to express their dissatisfaction. Pirelli must be honest because our safety is at stake, Max Verstappen said. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they boycotted a meeting because Pirelli, obviously, they think Pirelli were bullshitting about the tyres at Baku. Alright. As a new hobby, my girlfriend painted and gifted me the 2019 Mercedes Monza poster. She's painting Hockenheim and Spa next. Cool little painting. Yeah, so this is one of the sad bits of news from the weekend. Romain Grosjean not getting his test drive at Paul Ricard due to restrictions and quarantine requirements and all that, with him being an NDE and all that stuff. It was just too hard. So it sucks for him. I'm sure he'll get it at some point, but it would have been nice, I'm assuming, for him to do it around his home track of Paul Ricard. But he's probably also slightly happy that he can now do it at another track because Paul Ricard isn't the greatest track. But then again, I mean, a 1 lap around Paul Ricard is always pretty fun. You can't put it on a wall, you know? FP1 conversation between Mercedes and FIA. Love this.
Strips on 3 foot too wide. It's a bit more than 3 foot, but I'll have a look. Thank you.
The sass, dude. The sass. My opinion on this is I see it both ways. I mean, I can understand why teams would want those removed because it is somewhat dangerous, but also it is damaging their cars when they don't have much of a budget just for a minimal mistake. Like, what is the purpose of putting those there? Yeah, I don't know how I feel, but then again, like, I get what the stewards are saying. Like, they're in 2019, no one complained, and, you know, just don't drive there, essentially. So, yeah. Verstappen with his trophy, Lewis just not wanting to look. Max is ecstatic. Roscoe doesn't seem to enjoy engineering meetings with Hamilton. That's cute. What the fuck is he wearing? Are these high heel gumboots? Hello? So what was the reason for the failures then? Aston and Red Bull stuck to the limits given. No cuts in tyre from debris and no defects or tyre failure from Pirelli. Voodoo magic then, I guess. That's true. And that's obviously why they were pretty annoyed and boycotted the meeting. Drivers with the most overtakes in a season. F1 drivers with the most overtakes in one season. Max Verstappen 78. Dan Ricciardo 61. Seb Vettel, Michael Schumacher, and Niki Lauda 60. Wow, Max has got the most in 2016. I guess because he was probably throwing quali a lot. Portimao lap times comparison. Formula 1 car. Hypercar 12 seconds slower. LMP2 13 seconds slower. MotoGP 20 seconds slower. Damn. LMP2 at Spa is almost on par with F1, right? Because of the straights, but at a track like Portimao, I can imagine these cars being much slower. Formula 1 drivers did not boycott a meeting with Pirelli. This is misinformation. Oh, no boycott, just a bit of misinformation because they didn't show up. Okay. Over a week ago, Checo was the first Red Bull driver other than Verstappen to achieve a victory since Ricciardo in 2018. Made an edit for the moment. Oh, that's a nice graphic. This is the only 10th race in F1 history without a single DNF. That's nuts to think about. It's pretty crazy in one way, but in another way you look at it, I mean, there's always failures, crashes, and a lot of teams like to do the whole, oh, there's 2 laps left, they retire the car so they can have fresh parts for the next Grand Prix type thing. So it makes sense, but I cannot believe there was no DNFs. Monaco 2021, Leclerc didn't start the race, so I guess they count that as a DNF. Wait, true. They put 2005 US GP with the 14 do not start, so wouldn't you put Monaco with the 1 DNS?
They'll give to push. Let's get them.
Teamwork makes the dream work. This is a very interesting GIF that Haas posted. Our first Q2 of the season of sorts. I've won, but at what cost? Because obviously Mick Schumacher fucking binned it in the wall. Sergio Perez has provided Red Bull with information on how Racing Point Aston Martin used tire pressures to increase their performance. Earlier this year, before the start of the conspiracy theory, maybe that's the reason why Red Bull and Aston Martin didn't fight back too much against Pirelli with the outcome. Maybe Red Bull and Aston Martin were like, if we attack Pirelli and say we use higher tire pressures and stuff, then maybe other teams will start using different tire pressures and then our secret gets out there, so maybe we'll just cop it on the chin. I don't know. Verstappen. This is fucking hilarious. Literal COD lobby microphone.
No.
We've got a
Radio's full max.
Esteban Ocon has prolonged his contract for 3 years with Alpine. I wonder how they're feeling about this after this weekend. Yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Obviously, this is huge for Alpine and Ocon. I mean, when you think about it, for Ocon, what team is he going to go to? I mean, McLaren's full, Ferrari's full, Mercedes is full, probably going to be full. I mean, assuming that he signed this, it probably confirms that Russell's going to go to Mercedes at some point, and Red Bull's full. There's no other teams better that he can go to, so obviously he wants to stay with Alpine. And then for Alpine, again, all the good drivers are at Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren. Why not sign Ocon? Kind of makes sense. But they've signed a 3-year deal, which means he's there till end of 2024. So they've obviously got faith in him. But are there other drivers on the grid they could have signed? Probably. But I guess they're just going to hope that Ocon's going to do well and improve. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Didn't go good this weekend. How it started versus how it's going. That's cool. 2 very different cars as well.
Denmark. Oh, they're playing the game as well. Are you from Denmark? You're from Denmark? Oh, otherwise I was going to say be quiet.
Oh yeah, Baku. Welcome Baku.
No, it's not Baku.
Azerbaijan.
Welcome, Baku.
Au revoir from Monaco.
Oh, dude. Those videos are fucking goated, dude. Toro Rosso team finances for the 2018 F1 season. Red Bull payment, 82.9 million. Sale of materials and spare parts, 181 million. Meaning they made a profit of 2.5 million. And after tax, they made 1.8. Hey, what a profitable company. 1.8 mil? Imagine having to do accounting for all this shit. Oh my lord. A comparison between the Mercedes and Red Bull steering at France today. So Mercedes has much thicker grips. Red Bull much skinnier. Mercedes has way more buttons, I feel. Way more stickers on for their buttons. Lando Norris has finished top 5 8 times in recent 10 races. Yeah, really, really good. Him and Leclerc were doing so well. And then Leclerc obviously binned fucking Monaco and then shat the bed at France. So Lando's just taking the cake for most consistent driver this season, 100%. A few of my latest paintings from the last couple of races. A lot of memorable moments. Dude, these are sick. That's good. That's cool. New helmet design for Pierre Gasly for the French Grand Prix. Oh, that is sexy. That is sexy. Holy crap. That is the only 8th pole position for Red Bull Racing since racing in the 145 race hybrid era. Wow. 8 out of 145. Sebastian Vettel reveals Red Bull return was not an option as he says Perez deserves to be in a great car. Oh, okay. Amid a nearly 40% jump in F1 viewership this year, ESPN is committing to grow the series in the US. Nice, lovely stuff. Keep it up, keep it up. Teams complaining about the strips outside the curbs damaging the cars. Imagine it's Monaco and it's a wall, and stop complaining. You aren't supposed to be out there. Well said, well said. Let's move on to our F1 fantasy team. Let's talk about how our team went, how other people's teams went. We made a lot of great decisions and a couple of air decisions. Now, obviously, I went big Red Bull basket. We got Max, we got Perez, we got Red Bull. Very happy with this. We got Red Bull with the qualifying streak, I believe it was. We got Perez turbo driven with the race streak, and then we got Max Verstappen. Max winning the race, Perez third, and then Red Bull getting first and third. Banging those three. Norris getting P5. Great pick. Then for my budget, I went with Giovinazzi, which wasn't too bad of a pick. I mean, I think he lost a couple of places. I'm not too sure. He lost 2 points for positions lost. I mean, I think if I went with Mick, it would have been better. I'll have a look in a minute. 0 points for Ocon. At least it wasn't negative points. The sad thing about this was I was tossing up between Ocon and Gasly. I went with Ocon because I thought Alpine were going to be nuts. I unbanned him from my fantasy team. I banned Ocon from my fantasy team, and I was like, no, I'm going to unban him. You know, we'll try him 1 week. Fucking shit. Never putting Ocon on my team again. So yeah, I'm chilling in equal fifth with Fish. Jackson's in second, equal with Kiwi now. Leading the league right now is Parshant. So the best team of the week, we had Stalin and Parshant. Perez, Russell, Verstappen. Yeah, so it was that team. So yeah, I would have, if I had Gasly instead of Ocon, I would have almost had the best team of the week. I would have just been 5 points short. Parshant, where was I? Trent had the 9th best team. Where am I? I had the 15th, equal 15th best team, but yeah, there's a lot of us. Let's move on to F1 play. Let's see how we did. So for front, oh, 6 out of 10. Shout out me. Someone got 10 out of 10. Holy shit, they're going to Abu Dhabi. So if you get 10 out of 10, you either go into a raffle, I think, or if there's a small amount of people for the season who get it, I think they just send everyone to Abu Dhabi. It's something like that. Yo, people actually got 10 out of 10. Crazy. 0.22% got 9 out of 10. 1% got 8 out of 10. 3% got 7 out of 10. 7%, which is me, got 6 out of 10. So let's go have a look at my predictions. I got the podium correct. Max, Lewis, Perez, and man. I put fastest lap on Bottas because I thought he was going to put for fastest lap. So I almost got that right. I would have actually got that right if Bottas team weren't monkey brain. First finisher in Q1, I predicted Gasly and it ended up being Lando Norris. I said first finisher Alonso, ended up being Alonso. I said first retire would be Mick, ended up being no one. I said 18 out of 20, and it was 20 out of 20. I said no safety car, there wasn't one. I said winning margin 2 to 4 seconds. I'm the man. I am the man. All right, let's go have a look at how the league went. I'm the winner. Let's go. I'm just so good. So myself and Hegs on 6 out of 10. We've got Buamo, Fion, and Grid Jokes on 5 out of 10. Daddy Trin, and a bunch of others on 4 out of 10. Quite a few of you on 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10. No one got 1 out of 10, and then I'm assuming all these people didn't pick their team. Yeah, did well in F1 play this week. All right, that's going to conclude the Formula 1 French Grand Prix review. Now, I absolutely love doing these as we do every single Monday on the stream after a Grand Prix weekend. And yeah, the watch along on my stream this week, or for the French Grand Prix, was absolutely nuts. Probably my favorite watch along so far. If you don't know, every single Grand Prix weekend, I do a watch along on my stream for practice 1, 2, 3, qualifying, and the race. We also do a build up before the race and qualifying, and a post race show after the race. So heaps of Formula 1 content on the Twitch channel, so be sure to go over there and follow. If you haven't already, come tune in for a Grand Prix weekend. This weekend, we have got the Styrian Grand Prix. We've got a back-to-back. We've got a triple header, obviously, and then we've got a back-to-back at Austria. First one being at the Styrian Grand Prix. Austrian Grand Prix, same shit, just a different name. Yeah, should be another fantastic weekend. Austria, the Red Bull Ring being one of the best tracks of the season, in my opinion. I think Red Bull should be really, really good here, but it should be very, very entertaining. I mean, the circuit's like 1 minute, 3 seconds, or whatever it is. Always producing banging races, and we get 2 races there. So really, really looking forward to it, and hopefully I'll see you all on the stream or in next week's Grand Prix review.
I got it so bad, I got it bad for you. You give me good love, you're like a dream come true. They say it won't last, they say you're wild and free.